right, you guys. Thank you for another episode of Callie Knows Best. Today I'm going to be talking about Michelle Obama, and we're going to get into my girl Hillary Clinton, who I just adore. Both Michelle and Hillary are my favorite. I just think they're very iconic. They are very inspirational. They're wonderful role models. And so I just love these two women. I also going to get into a lot of emails that I received about Trump's wife. I know a lot of people send me emails saying, Callie, why did you not cover the issue with Trump's wife? Plagiarizing Michelle Obama's speech. I tried my best not to get involved in that, but however, just to briefly touch on it, I think it is just humorous. I don't know if she understood the term paraphrasing. You don't go and steal somebody's entire speech line for line and then think that you're going to be able to get away with that. I'm not really sure why she didn't think to paraphrase. I'm not even sure why they put her in that predicament. I mean, we can't really blame her because she was given that speech, and apparently they didn't tell her that that was the same speech that Michelle Obama had written previous years. But then again, I question that same speech was so monumental that it's unforgettable. It's almost like, how did Trump's wife not know? But to her defense, I will say that it is the responsibility of her public relations team, and they should have notified her that they were basically plagiarizing and giving her a speech that had already been written and performed by Michelle Obama. And that's all I'm going to say regarding that matter. The other thing that Donald Trump's wife has come under scrutiny in the media this week, actually on today, is that allegedly her website has now been deleted because she is now being, not only did she plagiarize Michelle Obama's speech, but they are also accusing her of lying about credentials. She actually had a website put up in 2012, which now effective July 29th has been removed. And her reasoning behind this is because she said that it does not accurately reflect her current business and professional interests. She tweeted this out. Now, the website disappeared after U.S. media questioned whether the wife of the Republican nominee for president had a degree in architecture from a university in Sylvania. As stated in her online biography, which was on her website that is now deleted, Trump told MSNBC in February that she only studied design and architecture. But in a follow-up interview with GQ magazine, which was published in April of 2016, she said she dropped out after a year to pursue a modeling career in Milan and later Paris. It just seems to get worse and worse for her. First you're plagiarizing Michelle Obama's speech. Now you're coming under fire about allegedly lying about credentials that you don't have, and you've told one source that you had a degree. You told another source that you studied design and architecture. Then you're gonna go and tell GQ magazine that you dropped out. You've got to keep your story consistent. And again, to her defense, I blame her public relations team. Why do they not prepare her before she does these interviews? It makes no sense that this is the wife of a presidential nominee, and she's doing countless interviews, and no one is taking time to prepare her for that. I don't even blame her for that. I feel that she should get a pass. I know she comes under fire because she's an ex-stripper and all of these things, but shame on the Trump administration for not properly preparing his wife. It's just ridiculous that she continues to be caught in alleged lies. That's all I have to say about that. And I do want to just give her a word to the wise. In America, we, in our English language, when we're doing APA style writing and things of that in terms of presenting, we like to do what's known as paraphrase. So that might have been a smarter thing to do, is it would have been to paraphrase Michelle Obama's speech. And moving forward, should you do any, you know, future speaking engagements, you might want to look at just paraphrasing. So enough about that. I want to get to my girl Hillary, who, oh my God, Thursday night, she is the first woman to accept the presidential nomination. I mean, this is such a historical week. Oh my God, it's just, it's awesome. Who would ever thought that we would have had a black president? Who would ever thought that we would have the first female presidential nominee? You know, in her speech, Clinton, she just gave an amazing speech, but in her speech she said, you know, the U.S. faces a moment of reckoning. Powerful forces are threatening to pull us apart. That's so amazing. You know, she talks about bonds of trust and respect that is starting to fray, and she talks about us just kind of rising up as a nation in unity and not having so much separatism. Of course, you know, she supports Black Lives Matter. Such a phenomenal woman. I have just been in love with Hillary Clinton for a long time. I always say that behind every great man, which I took from someone else, obviously I don't want to plagiarize, that's a very common popular saying, but behind every great man there's a great woman. And I think for Bill Clinton, that Hillary Clinton was that great woman. I think the same for Barack Obama. Michelle Obama, she gave an amazing speech. I was just very, very happy with her speech. And it's getting down to the wire. I mean, I'm going to leave it open for further discussion. Who do you guys think is going to win? I'm Team Hillary. I'm Team Hillary. I like what she stands for. And I know they've tried time and time again to try to ruin her reputation. She's come under fire for her emails. But I think she's doing a phenomenal job. I am all for her cause. So I just want to open up the lines to get you guys feedback so that we can continue this discussion.